They're not just DJs. They're poets of the dance floor, architects of emotion, and storytellers whose music made the world stop and feel. This is the story of Above and Beyond. It all began in London at the dawn of a new millennium. The year 2000. 3 men. 3 distinct journeys. 1 unshakable connection. Jono Grant was the tech-savvy musician with a classical background. Paavo Siljamäki, the introspective Finn, brought depth and melody. Tony McGuinness, a guitarist working at Warner Music, had the soul of a songwriter. A remix project brought them together. One remix for the track Home by Chakra. That one song changed everything. The chemistry was undeniable. The vision was shared. And soon, Above and Beyond was born. But they weren't content with just making music. They wanted to build something bigger. So in the same year, they launched Anjunabeats, a record label named after a beach in Goa, India. A place where spirituality and rhythm meet. At first, Anjunabeats was just a platform for their own tracks. But it grew fast. They signed artists like Super 8 and Tab, Matt Zoe, Andrew Bayer, and Elon Bluestone. And soon, Anjunabeats became a sanctuary for progressive trance. For music with meaning. For sound with soul. Their weekly radio show, Trance Around the World, reached millions. Then came its evolution, Group Therapy Radio. A title that felt less like a show. And more like a promise. Because Above and Beyond didn't play to crowds. They played to hearts. In a world of build-ups and bass drops, they chose lyrics and strings. Where other DJs created hype, they created intimacy. Sun and Moon. Alchemy. No One on Earth. On a Good Day. These weren't just dance tracks. They were emotional anchors. People got married to their songs. Grieved to their songs. Tattoos were inked with their lyrics. Fans flew across oceans just to hear 3 words. We are all we need. And then, there was Push the Button. A ritual born during live shows. One lucky fan brought on stage, shaking with emotion to drop the beat for thousands of others. It was unscripted. It was beautiful. It was everything Above and Beyond stood for: connection, vulnerability, and shared experience. But behind the lights, they were still human. Tony quietly battled depression during the peak of their fame. He took time away from touring and spoke candidly about mental health. Paavo went through a deeply painful divorce, something that echoed in the group's lyrics and tone. Jono, often the quietest of the 3, experienced burnout. Endless touring. Production. Deadlines. Even in a dream job, it can all become too much. But they stayed close. Not just as bandmates, but as brothers. They supported each other. They went to therapy. They meditated. And more than anything, they chose to be honest with each other and with the world. Then came a move that no one expected: Above and Beyond Acoustic. No drops. No lasers. Just real instruments. Live orchestras. Heartfelt vocals. They stripped their biggest hits to the core, revealing the bones beneath the beat. Songs became symphonies. Lyrics hit harder. They performed at iconic venues like the Hollywood Bowl, Royal Albert Hall, and the Sydney Opera House. Over the years, their identity has evolved. But their soul has stayed the same. They launched Anjunabeats to explore deeper, more atmospheric sounds. They mentored new artists, built global communities, and kept releasing music that mattered. In 2023, Tranquility Base Volume 1 marked a return to the club. But it wasn't just nostalgia. It was growth. It was wisdom. It was Above and Beyond, older and deeper, but still reaching for the stars. And now, something new is coming. In 2025, they are set to release their most anticipated album yet, Bigger Than All of Us. The title says it all. This isn't just about them. It's about all of us. The fans, the emotions, the memories. Early previews hint at a project full of reflection, vulnerability, and unity. A celebration of what brings people together. Above and Beyond describe it as their most personal work to date. They've headlined every major festival. They've sold out Madison Square Garden. They've performed for millions. But their biggest achievement? Making electronic music human. Making people cry in clubs and feel safe while doing it. Above and Beyond are more than DJs. They are messengers. Healers. Composers of the soul. And with Bigger Than All of Us on the horizon, they're not just looking back. They're inviting us forward. Because in the end, it was never about fame. It was never about the drop. It was about connection, honesty, and music that reaches deep into your chest and says, I see you. I feel this too. This is Above and Beyond. And this is so much bigger than all of us.